Jackie with Vetted Homes, and I just want to hop in here and talk about the lifestyle freedom that comes with IMTRs. So when we started years ago and we had a short-term rental, I mean, even just with one short-term rental, I remember the amount of stress that I was kind of constantly under. I didn't even really realize that mentally I was just always thinking about my tenants. Like, they've been in there for a day, I haven't heard from them. I wonder if they like it. I wonder if they're going to leave us a good review. I wonder if everything's okay. You know, you just feel constantly on edge. And so for sure, I was not able to travel and vacation. I was very, very hands-on. I was the one doing all the work with the guests. Even with our first few IMTRs, I started realizing, wow, this is way less work. I'm having to, you know, basically check people in and introduce them to the home. But after that, the calls are far and few between. They're not as rushed, urgent. You don't feel the need to be like, yeah, I'll be there in 10 minutes. I don't want you to leave me a bad review. Because they're like, hey, just so you know, by the way, I think, you know, this toilet's running a little slow or whatever. Okay, yeah, we'll get a plumber out there in the next day or two. It's so much more chill. You're dealing with reasonable people, and it feels more like a long-term renter, honestly, than anything. So that was already a major game changer. But then for us, once we scaled to a certain number of homes, we decided to hire a property manager. And so she does all of that for us now. So now it is truly passive for us. My husband still does like the books, the financials. And we're still decision makers. So we still gather, you know, probably once a month, meet for an hour or two and just talk about like the future. What are we going to do with this? How do you want to proceed with that? But overall, it's just so truly passive. Like what I dreamed passive was, and everybody was like, that's not possible. There's nothing that passive. Trust me. Passive's a lie. Passive's a scam. I'm like, I don't know, because we're kind of doing it right now. We just got back from a week in Florida. The weekend before that, I was in DC. My husband was in North Carolina. Just before that, we were in California for 2 weeks. Just before that, we were in France for 6 weeks. And most of our business is in DFW and, you know, Southern California. So it's just crazy. You don't have to be in any place, anytime. It's just such a freedom. It is such a gift. It is such a blessing. So that is one of my biggest things that I'm grateful for, is the time freedom that it has provided for us. And then honestly, the mental freedom. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about if you're already operating a short-term rental, but there's just this element that weighs on you that is gone now, that I'm like, I can truly be present and I'm not constantly nervously thinking about what's going on at the blah, blah, blah. It's just like free. And that's the biggest thing, to take that off your shoulders is like changes your whole life. It's just so dreamy. So those are my favorite things for my life personally, but then also being able to go to bed at night knowing that what you're doing is actually helping somebody, as opposed to, you know, say we could make the same amount of money and be this passive with like selling, you know, nail polish or something. It'd be like, you know, all right, whatever. Maybe this nail polish is making people happy, but this is like a dream world. We always call it like a win, 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 because you're not taking any money from the insured. You're getting paid by the insurance companies. You're making quite a lot of money. It's quite lucrative, very amazing. And you are providing this beautiful space for a family who just went through a really hard season. And you're providing this space for them that is a safe place, it's a silver lining for them after a really tough time. And so you really go to bed at night feeling like pretty dang good. This is so amazing. I'm helping someone. Their insurance is helping me. I'm free to live my life. I don't need to be at a 9-to-5. So I just so encourage you guys, if you are one of those people out there that are in a 9-to-5, and even if you're like, man, if I could get one of these and just go part-time, that would free up my life so much. Book a call with me. I would love to talk to you about it. I'd love to teach you, like, there's so many different ways you could do this. There's some people that can't afford to buy a home right now, so they're doing rent and re-rent. There's other people that already have a long-term rental that's just been barely making money for all this time. So book a call. We'll talk about if it's in the right area, or if you are looking to purchase a property or rent and re-rent. There's so many ways to do it, but telling you, just that freedom to go from full-time to part-time can change your life. And then, of course, you won't be far from being like, okay, I can get rid of this part-time now with one more house or two more, whatever. Everybody's income is different and everybody's standard of living is different, but don't let your entire life be zapped for a 9-to-5. Don't wait until you're 65 to retire and have joy and freedom and travel with your family and do the things you've always wanted to do. Start today. Why not? Why not today? There's no better time than the present. So if you like this video, check out some of the other ones and subscribe to us on Vetted Homes. Have a good day.